it's time for Pokemon Smash or Pass, but with a twist. Because let's be real, getting to the hoo-ha with animals, a little bit cringe, okay, a little bit cringe. So I made my own version. So let's see. Can we see everything? Oh, yes we can. Can we smash them in single combat? Now there's the question we need to answer here. And we have a bunch of tiers. We have pass. That means I'd rather not fight because I wouldn't want to hurt them. There's gonna be a couple of things here probably. Unarmed. That means that I'm confident in being able to defeat Pokemon without weapons, but being able to use anything around me, right? Like the floor or wall to smash them against that. I think that's a fair assumption. Melee, that's just melee weapons. Usual stuff that you can get as a personal melee weapon. They can use with one or two hands. Swords, clubs, hammers. This includes shields, but this does not include some high-tech tools like chainsaws. Those seem a little bit too powerful for this. Then we have ranged. I don't really know too much about guns, so I'm going to make some assumptions. But this is gonna be just anything that could be considered a personal weapon, civilian weapon. Those aren't probably not proper terms, but you know, bows, crossbows, guns, all the jazz. But obviously, you wouldn't get stuff like ballistas, siege weapons like catapults and trebuchets. You wouldn't get cannons or tanks or anything like that. Stuff that you can feasibly use yourself with one or two hands and move with it. Now a smash means I don't really feel confident in fighting this thing, and even if I had guns and whatnot, I don't think I would be able to defeat them. But they can probably be defeated with a group or with some other stuff like explosives and whatnot. And then we have how smash. And that's the tier reserved for people, by the way. For Pokemon that I don't really know how you're supposed to actually defeat. This would include stuff like super science weapons, magic, mysticism and whatnot. The best example for this would be how do you defeat the ghosts? I have no idea. They are going inside here. So let's get to it. Let's see. This is just Kanto, okay? This is just Kanto. 151 seems okay to me. Doing like 1000 plus, a little bit too much. We might do other generations at some point, but for now, we do Kanto here. I'm not going to use just super deep lore of the games or anything like that. I'm gonna go with their body, their elements, and what you can consider they can do, right? It's not gonna be like, oh, but this thing can learn flamethrower with ATM. No. Okay, no. It's not gonna be that in depth. And we're gonna make a lot of assumptions about weapons, the Pokemon themselves, and even my capabilities. So it's just pure fag. Don't worry too much about it. Let's see. The Bulbasaur. I think I would need a weapon for this. I would need a weapon, something that can cut. An axe, perhaps. I'm a little bit on the fence here, because this thing has poison, and I'm not a big fan of the poison. That can be really dangerous. We have the Ivysaur, and I still believe that with a melee weapon we can deal with this. Venusaur though, Venusaur seems a little bit too strong for me. Let's go with range. It is slow, so we can probably take this thing out. We have the Charmander, melee weapon with a shield. If we're using a shield, yes, I think we can rush this thing, and it's probably out of commission. I do believe that Charmander might be a little bit too powerful already. I'm not fireproof, okay? I am not fireproof. I'm not using armor either, so probably not a good idea. And then we have Charizard. The thing is, this guy can fly, and this guy has some firepower. And even though I do believe you can actually defeat this guy with a ranged weapon like a rifle, I don't see myself being able to do that. It might be a little bit too much. Maybe a little bit too much, man. We're thinking about dragon-like creatures, so I think it's okay if we don't want to engage here. We have the turtle. An arm. I think it's enough. I think it's enough. I don't think I need a weapon. That's shell though. I'm gonna need a hammer. You know what? I'm gonna need a hammer here. That's fair. I'm gonna need a hammer. Same can be said of the war turtle too. The last is now. Thing is, if this thing didn't have the cannons, yes, I do believe it would be feasible. Similar to Venus, alright? With the cannons, seems like it might be a little bit too much. We would need some sort of high-speed vehicle and whatnot. No smash. No smash. Too powerful. Too powerful. Caterpie. Easy. Caterpie. Easy. Metapod. Easy too. Just easy. Butterfree, it's a flyer. Probably need a ranged weapon. Whittle. And you might think, hey, it's the same as Caterpie. Actually, no. It has poison. I have some range with like a spear or whatnot. Just do not get too close. The Kakuna though, unarmed, absolutely. Beedrill seems weak enough that we can deal with this with just a shotgun. All of the flyers are gonna be in ranged, actually. And I do believe that Pidgeot is, lore-wise, a little bit too fast. Market speed, we cannot deal with that. The rat. Melee weapon. I don't believe in melee weapon for the rat. Fat rat though. I do believe fat rat too. We might need a shield or a pole arm for this one. Okay. It's not that big, but it's actually kind of strong and the teeth are no joke. But I do believe it's doable. Flies are gonna be all in range, I'm afraid. At least. Spearow. It's big. Probably easy to hit. Snake. It's a big one. It's a big one, but using a polearm I think it might be enough. Arbok though, too big. Might be too strong. Yes, it may be too strong. Fucking Arbok being too strong, imagine. Imagine. Okay, yellow rat. Yellow rat. Electricity though, that is also really powerful. I think we're gonna rush this guy with a shield. No metallic shield. We can rush this guy. Righty though. Probably too much. Okay, we have the patient zero for the Koof. It is a tough guy. I don't think it's that dangerous. I do believe melee could be enough. Probably big weapon like a hammer and whatnot, because once again it's tough. And then we have the Sandslash. I mean it's tougher, but the class are no joke. Maybe ranged. It's a little bit between range and no smash. Might be a little bit too much. Poison, melee. And I'm getting close to that, I'm afraid. Idrina. Yeah, I think melee too. With a good shield and like a spear and whatnot, I see this is doable. Need a queen. Let's need a queen. Thick enough to not be able to be defeated with a ranged weapon? I have no idea. I actually have no idea. It's kind of defensive. So... Well, neither king are actually really strong. I'm gonna say no smash. I'm gonna say no smash. Even if you were to use a ranged weapon, it's a ground type and a poison type, so poison projectile, tough, earthquake, really rough. Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. These are pretty much the same. They're really close, so check this out. We have Clefairy. We can rush Clefairy. I do not fear the Big Fairy. Probably Clefable too. Metronome is a wild card, I would agree, but we can rush this thing. Vulpix? Pass. Pass. Ninetales too. I think they're nice. I don't want to fight them. There will probably be Vulpix in melee, I guess, and Ninetales in ranged. Maybe no smash. It's not that strong, offensively speaking. More big blobs, I think we're gonna rush. Sing, though. Sing could be really bad. How do we count earplugs here? I don't know. I actually have no idea. And that's okay. You know what? Sure. You know, Sing only has 55 accuracy. I believe in my odds. These are ranged, so... these are flyers, I mean, so ranged. Oh, this. If this thing wasn't poison, yes, unarmed. As poison. With melee. Probably Gloom too. Vileplume though, seems a little bit too strong. With the stench and whatnot. So the poison could be really strong at this point. Raged. Absolutely. Porous. It's not a poison type, but it has mushrooms. I think we can melee this. I think we can melee this. Yes, I do believe. I do trust in this. Parasect. Might be a little bit too big. Pincers though, could be really nasty. Is Parasect stronger than Raticate? I say yes. I say yes because even though Raticate has really strong teeth, it's just a single mouth. But this thing has two pincers. I'm gonna be a little bit conservative here. Let's go with ranged. Venomoth, it's poison. But I do believe in myself. Venomoth. It's not flying type, but it has wings. So ranged. Diglett and the Trio. They're moles, so they're not really easy to engage with. I actually think they're really hard to get with just weaponry. They might be really easy with traps or explosives and whatnot, but that means they go in the no smash tier, which is interesting. Meowth, I like Meowth. We're passing on the cats. Psyduck, I kind of like Psyduck. It's gonna be a pass here. Okay, if we were going to tier these three guys, Meowth, gonna be melee. Persian, probably melee too. And I believe Psyduck is just too stupid. Unarmed, I believe. Golduck. Golduck is not a joke. We need a weapon for this. The claws are actually really nasty. Other moves. But I think we can deal with this thing with melee weapons. I do believe. Mankey with a shield. We can defeat Mankey with a shield and a weapon. Primate though. Primate seems a little bit too strong. So ranged at best. At best. I don't think this is fast enough. Or is it? I actually don't remember. Let me check the stats. Just for the clarification. For the silly, funny, haha. It looks slow to me, but... Oh, 95 base of speed. This thing is fast. Now, this thing might be a little bit too fast. And they're strong. I'm gonna say no smash. Too powerful. If this thing gets to you, it's going to pummel you to death. Probably. I'm not finding the dogs either. Poliwag, unarmed, I believe. They're really weak. They're fast, but if you get them, they're done. Poliwhirl, a little bit stronger, probably melee. I can see the shield with this one, or a pole arm. I do trust in that. Poliwrath though, and this thing, I do believe it should be slow enough, and we can take this out with the ranged weapon. I think they're gonna take it lightly with emanations and whatnot. The psychic types. The psychic types. Good question. I don't think I'm able to even defeat Alra here with teleport. You don't hit the thing, but teleports away. If you had traps and whatnot, maybe. And yeah, I do. You can get Alakazam with ballistics and whatnot. Checks out to me. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. With those psychic powers? Teleporting and barriers? Huh, they might actually be have a smash though. This is just superhero territory. Let's go with have a smash. Chop. We might be able to deal with this thing with a shield. It is too strong, so Ibaraki might be a bad idea. Just like with Mankey. I think parrying is doable here. Chug with range, Machamp with range too. Because they're slow. If Machamp was actually faster, if this thing was a Conkeldurr instead of Machamp, no, this would be no smash, absolutely. Keep Bellsprout. Kinda flimsy. But it has poison. Gonna be on the melee boys. Go for Whipping Ball. And same for Victreal actually. I think that Victreal has less possibilities than Vileplume. I might be wrong though. Seems more like a melee combatant. But it could be having access to Razor Leaf. Let's go with ranged. Just in case. It's actually kind of strong for what it is. Tentacool and Tentacruel. I don't know if get close, but I think I can deal with this thing with a spear or something like that. Spear or trident. Tentacruel. Yeah, I wanna keep my distance. Okay, the rocks. Geodude, Growler, and Golem. I do believe Geodude could be weak enough to be dealt with using some strong gun. I don't really know too much about guns, but I've seen some stuff, okay? I think it's feasible. Growler and Golem, probably no smash. You might need explosives for these guys. I'm fighting the horses. I think they're nice. They're probably in this one in range, and this one probably no smash. Very fast, firepower, kind of strong. Slowpoke, and slow as fuck. We're gonna rush this guy, just unarmed. I trust in the power. Slowbro though. It is much stronger. It's really thick. Hard to tell. Might be able to find this thing with a melee weapon. You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I do trust in my speed. I'm not the fastest, but if you rush this thing with your slashing weapon, yeah, I don't think it has a chance. Magnemite and Magneton, they're just steel types. Yeah, I don't think we can deal with them with melee weapons. Being on the 3 types is also a really strong boon for them. I'm gonna say no smash on both. I think we need some specific tools. Once again, explosives probably work. Some specific tool would probably be needed for them. Okay, more burbs. This is ranged territory. I think Farfetch flies. It can fly, so I probably need the pew-pews here. Totrio, probably Totrio though? I'm gonna say no smash. Even if we had a, let's say a rifle, just 1-on-1, I don't say it. This thing is really fast and really strong. it's stronger than Pidgeot, so Pidgeot is here. That Drew has to. Seal and Diagon. Those jumpers are a little bit nasty. Nothing with melee. For Diagon though, it's kind of fat, it's kind of thick. Ideally you can clip this thing with a melee weapon, but it is much stronger than Seal, so it's going to use really nasty ice and water attacks. Probably a ranged weapon. Remember Muck. They're just a sludge. I don't know how to fight them. They could technically be in no smash, because you could purify them in some way, like water treatment, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Shelter, I want to say unarmed, but it's really tough. We probably need like a hammer, and maybe a specific anti-armor melee weapon like the Corbin. Cloister though, it is really thick, man. It is really thick. 180 base defense. I don't see it. I don't see it. Ghosts? No idea. But, there you go. We would probably need some exorcism, magic and whatnot. Things that have not been proved in our world, which is a little bit bad. Let's see, Onyx. Probably need explosives for this one. Just a Hypno. I do believe I can rush the Hypno and the drowsy aiming. It has Lip, it has Hypnosis and whatnot. I don't see this thing being much tougher than Jigglypuff. Hypno though, probably ranged. Probably ranged because of the Hypnosis. Probably in Kingler. I can deal with probably with a melee weapon. Kingler is actually really strong. It has extremely high attack. Ranged, without a doubt. Polterman and Electrode, they're really fast and they can explode and they have electric moves. This is range at best. I wanted to say no smash actually. Because how do you get this? They're not steel types, but would you be able to perforate them with a ranged weapon? Hard to tell actually. Hard to tell, I don't know. Can I say no smash? I might be lacking some information here. Eggs. Unarmed. They have grass and whatnot. They're just eggs. Might actually be melee. Because they could have reflect and whatnot. I do believe Executor is also melee. It is really strong. And it has psychic powers. It is just a tree still. With some good strikes with an axe, we can deal with it. Cubone, I'm not fighting the Orphan man. I'm not fighting the Orphan. Marowak, am I fighting Marowak? Yeah, with a ranged weapon. This thing having the club, actually powerful. Actually powerful. I wouldn't deal with that. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I want to say unarmed. They're probably way stronger than me. These are ranged weapon candidates. They're probably just melee themselves, so they're not really that fast. I don't think it's doable. Lucky Tongue. That tongue could be a problem. I would say ranged. A little bit conservative. But it would be, you might be able to get the tongue with a sword. You might, okay, you might be able to. But I don't know. I'm playing it safe. Goofing and Whizzing. The same as Grim and Muck. No idea, dude. No idea. Rhyhorn. Stuff, man, it's tough. It's a rock type. But I want to say it's not strong enough. And with some specific range weapon, we will be able to. Raiden though, I don't say it. Actually quite powerful. Chansey. Another Pick Blob. Unarmed. 5 base defense. Jesus Christ, it's not surviving. Tangela. I want to say unarmed, but but given the device and whatnot, probably melee. Not really crazy, but something like a sword, maybe a shield too. Seems doable to me. Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan is actually really strong. And it's kind of tough, but I don't think we need super weapons for this. I think we can deal with this guy with the rifle. Shouldn't be Safari after all. Where's in Sidra? Probably melee for both. Sidra's not that bad actually, so it might be a little bit hard to deal with. Especially if it spams smoke screen. I'm gonna say ranged actually. With a shotgun. I say that. Golding and Seeking, pretty much the same. Golding is really nothing to wait home about, in my opinion. Seeking, it's bigger, stronger, has waterfall and whatnot. Range just to be safe. Starry and Stormy. Stormy with psychic powers. It's actually really good. With access to a lot of moves. It's actually really fast. Surprisingly so. I don't know a smash. I don't know how to deal with this thing. Mr. Mime. Probably ranged. I want to say we can rush this thing with a melee weapon. With parries and whatnot. That'd be hard. Cider. Gotta say no smash. You know what we said about Slowbro? We can rush this thing with a slashing weapon and it's done. That's what's going to happen to us with Cider. I don't think we can deal with this thing, even with a ranged weapon. We need to trap it in some way first. Too fast, and those sides... Too powerful, man, too powerful. I'm dealing with that. Jinx. I want to say... Smash unarmed for the joke. That's probably ranged. Collectivus and Mogmore. They're actually really strong. And they're kind of fast. Would I be able to deal with them with a ranged weapon? Maybe not. Maybe not even Jinx, actually. It's actually fast too. But I think the ice attacks would be a little bit less dangerous than electric and fire. She also has psychic moves though. No smash. No smash. Ever back to Pincer. If this thing gets to you, you're screwed. Those grippy things, I don't know. They're not antlers, they're not horns. Pincers? They're pincers? Are they pincers too? I don't know. They're going to fuck you up. But it is slow. So I do believe we can take this down with a ranged weapon. It is kind of tough too, but it's doable. Throws really fast, once again. I don't say it. Magikarp? It's supposed to be kind of tough. Let's say melee. You're probably tougher than the guys unarmed. Bellsprout, this year. Oliver. I think it's fair. The same thing as Horsey. I think that checks out. We have Gyarados. Gyarados to me seems really strong. It is too big and it's too powerful. It's just similar to Charizard, but without being able to fly. Maybe a little bit too much. Lapras, strong, thick, a little bit on the slower side. I do trust in the ranged weapon. Now, here comes an interesting one. Ditto. We're going to assume that Ditto is going to transform into me. And now the thing is, how do I defend myself? Well, I probably have more HP than Ditto, so unarmed. Probably unarmed. I do trust myself to be tougher than Ditto. If this was just like horror movie Ditto that can transform in absolutely anything, it would be House Smash, okay? This is just assuming I'm fighting a copy of myself. Yes, I'm strong enough to defeat myself. Take a look at that. I don't fight with Eevees. They're okay, they're nice. Very nice. They're probably going in the range category because of the elements. Porygon. If it's virtual Porygon, and I'm going to assume it is, it's going in House Smash. How do you deal with this thing, dude? I have no idea. I have no idea. The fossils. Assuming they're alive. Assuming they're alive. I don't think this guy is strong enough to be able to defend a bludgeoning weapon. Just a similar case as Shelter here. Because they're probably the same. It's actually really good. Amster's actually really strong. I think I can deal with that thing. But pretty much the same. I have Kabutops, which is in a similar boat to Cider, but it is slower. Slower but tougher. Similar to Scissor. Probably no Smash, actually. Aerodactyl. Flying, fast, rock type. Probably no Smash. Similar to Charizard here. Hard to tell. Snorlax. Too tanky. It is too tanky. I don't think we can deal with that guy. I don't think we can deal with that guy, man. Even if it's slow, you're going to be hitting that thing with a melee weapon, with a gun and whatever. It's going to sleep and heal itself. You need a massive attack for this to work. You need some heavy artillery here. Okay, legendary burbs. Probably the same as the rest of the flyers with elements. No Smash. But they're... You can probably deal with them with some sort of special weapon. Dragons. They want to fight the dragons? I should like them. I should like them. But for the sake of completion, I'm gonna say that Dratini would be probably a melee, Dragonite probably in range, and Dragonite in no Smash. I'm gonna say in range, it's gonna be stronger than Charizard, Pidgeot, Dodrio, Gyarados, probably Aerodactyl too. So yeah, that checks out. Then we have the stronger second legendaries. If we have both Kadabra and Lakazam here, it only makes sense. House Smash. They may be too powerful. That's the end of it. Look at that. Okay, which ones do I think I'm able to defeat unarmed? Caterpie, Metapod, Kakuna, Clefable, Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff, Venonat, Poliwag, Slowpoke, Drowsy, Chansey, and Ditto. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. That is 13 of them. Yeah, that's a good number. That's a pretty nice number, actually. With melee weapons, with the possible use of a shield. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Wartortle, Weddle because of the poison. Red and Big Red, Snake, Yellow Rat, Sandshrew, neither and female, Nidorina, neither male, Nidorino, Addition Gloom, Paras, and Golduck, which is on the stronger side here, I'd say. Mankey, Poliwhirl, Matchup, Bellsprout, and Whipping Bell, Tentacool, Slowbro. Slow just because it's slow, okay? It's actually really good, but once again, you should rush it with a slashing weapon and deal with it. Seal, channeling the inner Canadian. The only thing we can appreciate about the Canadians, apparently. Sheldon Krabby, Eggs, Coconut Tree, Tentula, Horsey, Building, Staryu, Magikarp, which Magikarp being Magikarp, we can put this thing up in an arm, but I think it's tough enough that we will need some sort of weapon to actually deal some damage. Amarant and Nomastar, this is a really high ball of my own, and Kabuto, really nice, really nice. I think this makes sense. Range weapons, Venusaur, Charmeleon, Butterfree, Beedrill, Yeah, Butterfly and Beedrill are actually kind of weak, but they're flying. Pigeon Pidgeotto, Spearow, Pharaoh, Arbok. Too big, might be a little bit too strong for a melee weapon. Raichu, Sand Slash, Sabat and Golbat, Vileplume because of the Poison, Parasite because of the 2 pincers, Venomoth. Venomoth's actually more powerful than Butterfree, so that makes sense. Poliwrath. This is the we don't want to go into melee with this, guys. Poliwrath, Machoke, and Machamp. Yeah, no. I'm gonna cast Gag on you. Victorville. Visible. We wanted some cover for this one, I would say. Tentacruel checks out. Geodude. There's some specific weapons. Perfect Chantadu, Digon, Hypno, Kingler, Marowak. Oh, hold up, Marowak with Boomerang and whatnot. Can be a really tough opponent here. I still want to say ranged weapon. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Lickitung, Rhyhorn. I think it's still feasible, like Geodude. Kangaskhan, Sidra, Seeking, Mr. Mime, Pinsir, and Lapras. Yeah, I guess all of this checks out too. And then we have no Smash 1-1. We would need some sort of plan, high tier weapons, nukes and whatnot. Or traps. Charizard, Blastoise, Pidgeot. Pidgeot's way too fast. If it was slower, yes. Range weapon. The Nidos. With those earthquakes, yeah. Diglett and Trio because they can go really fast underground, so it's gonna be really hard to get them actually. Primeape, because it is fast. If we can rush them, they can rush us, so it's going to rush you, it's going to punch you in the guts, and you're gonna be dead. However, because of the teleport, that checks out. I think it's weak enough that you would be able to get this with some traps and planning, unlike the evolutions. Double and Golem to tough, Magnemite and Magnet on the tough, the trio, just a better Pidgeot, Cloyster and Onix to tough, Ultra and Electrode, with mix between tough, speed, explosions, and electric attacks, so checks out. Rhyhorn, it's better than Golem, so checks out too. Charm is fast and powerful. The same can be said of most of this actually. Shadow, Jinx, Electabuzz, Magmar, and Tauros, all fast, all are strong, and more than half of them have elemental attacks that are going to be a detriment for us. Those really fast and really strong. With some terrain advantage, we would be able to make work of this thing with a ranged weapon. Gyarados, stronger than Blastoise, so it only makes sense. Faster, tougher, maybe not tougher, but absolutely bigger, way more dangerous. Kabutops similar to Scyther, checks out. Aerodactyl similar to Charizard, that checks out. Snorlax too tough. And their Burbs, just the same. They're flyers, they're really strong, and they have elemental attacks, so yeah. Have a Smash because they're not feasible. Because they're wrong like SM. Too strong. Psychic moves, teleporting, barriers. It's too much. It's too much. This may be no Smash, but they're too strong. They're too smart, which is a problem. Grammar and Mug. You will need to purify them in some way. Ghosts. I'm no exorcist, so you will need an actual exorcist that works. Gothic and Whizzing, same as Grammar and Mug. Porygon's virtual, so it doesn't make any sense. Mew and Mew, similar to Caterpillar and Alakazam, but with the caveat that they are legendaries, so they should be stronger. Lore-wise, at least. So there's that. Not bad, man, not bad. I think this is actually a nice list. I think we can beat way more than I expected.